sometimes on the way to a dream, you get lost and you find a better one.
Welcome to the Know Your Ship podcast, presented by eHub. I'm your host, Frank Dolce. Patti Hughes with us, the founder, the creator, the inspiration. Like, what would you call yourself? The CEO
I mean,
of Natural Life?
I don't like the word CEO. I feel like I'm just like, I'm the founder. I like that. And I like leader, founder, leader, CEO. I'm also the creative kind of guru, like the brand stems from my head, and I'm involved in all of the product, and the product matters a lot to me, and all the messages that, we use in marketing matter. So I'm kind of, I guess that's the chief creative officer. I'm so untitly, I just don't like title names. Yeah, untitly. I say that often, but.
When you say stuff like that, because a lot of your stuff has a meaningful saying associated with it, do you think, like when we're talking about and you say, I'm so untitly, do you have that thought in your mind, like, I wonder if I could put that on a t-shirt?
Well, one time.
I wonder if I should put that on a plate.
Yeah, I could. Hey, that's a good idea. I don't like titles, especially I've learned over the years that every single company has all these titles, and a lot of them are the same, and a lot of them are different. None of them do the same thing in all the different companies. Mm-hmm. So it's very dangerous to say, oh, I'm hired this, whatever it is, CMO or whatever you're going to hire. But everyone does it different in every company. So it's dangerous because you don't know really what you're getting. You have to work that out before they come to make sure.
Well, I think you have to have a special company and a special culture to manage something like that, because titles...
They're important.
Well, yes, they are, but for funny reasons. Like, if you have this specific title, then you should be compensated this amount of money.
Yeah.
And so...
And also, like, people who are trying to grow their careers, they want a certain title. So I usually, say, well, what title would you like? And then, but most importantly, I think, is like, what are you going to do? But even that can be confusing because there's only so much time in the day, and, like, you have to understand all the different words, and usually what you write down together is often, you have to be resilient enough to stay and build it together. And over time, it kind of evolves and becomes what it should be.
Yeah. So we're in the Natural Life corporate headquarters. And if
Thank you
want
for coming, by the way.
Oh, this is a treat for us.
So fun to have you here.
This is amazing. Thank you. Thank you for having us. And thank you for this amazing podcast room that you built for us.
I know. Maybe we should start a podcast.
You should.
Be fun.
Yeah, I think you should. Okay. So if you want to know anything about Natural Life, I feel like this room kind of tells a little bit of the story.
Well, this room is very new. Like I said, it's only been here for a few weeks. And recently we've been getting really into the clothing, and our clothes are really, really popular, and they're really growing a lot. But I needed some inspiration. So I went to a couple vintage shows, and I went to Round Top, and I just got out in the world a little bit because it's been a while. Mm-hmm. I've been kind of not doing that for a long time. And I just got out there and got so much inspiration. And, I'm learning that with vintage tapestries and vintage clothing, you can, like that beautiful dress over there, I can scan that print and use it for ours because it's that old.
Oh.
And it's harder to design stuff like that. And so I've been putting different things together, whether it's open market prints from different vendors, or we try to design it. But like some of this old stuff is so cool. And like all these old tapestries, you can turn them into prints. And so, so we've been doing that, and we decided to make this room like kind of our inspiration room. So all my favorite things are all hung up all over the place. And then we make the product right out there on that big, long table. Mm-hmm. And so we just get all of our thoughts organized and all the things that we like for each release. And then we just start slotting them and making them. It's been really fun. So this room used to be a meeting room, but it was closed off. And it kind of like, this building is a little difficult to it's not open. So I needed it open more. So I tore down the windows and made it our inspiration room. It's been really helpful.
Yeah. It feels like it feels like closed off offices. I know you have to have them because you have meetings and stuff like that, but that doesn't feel like Natural Life.
I know. Some people want it and need it more, and you need to have some private conversations, but I'm kind of an open book. I would say everything in front of everyone. I don't really have much to hide. So I was okay tearing this one down. Some people might get like, oh, it's too loud. So they wear their headphones if we're having a meeting or something like that.
Do you think that reflects you personally as well? Do you think of yourself as an open book?
I think I am. I'm definitely not the most social person, but like if I'm, out and about, if anyone asks me something, I open up and say, whatever is going on. I don't hold back much. But I am probably the ones like, I think I'm just going to stay home with my dog tonight, at the same time too. But, no, everyone here that works here that's still here, they know how open I am. And I think it's good because everyone knows what we need to do.
Well, just so we're communicating, I have been asking people if you had any secrets. I've been asking people around here if Patti has any secrets.
Gosh, I don't even think I do.
Well, no one could come up with any.
No.
Do you?
I don't think I do. That's a good question.
Well, you think about that. If you come up with a good secret, maybe we can talk about it.
Yeah. Do you have a good secret? Like, what's an example of a secret?
Let's see. What would be an example? Here's an example of a secret. I have a favorite child.
And you're okay to say that and they can hear it? You just wouldn't say which one?
Do you know Charles Barkley? Charles Barkley is a famous basketball player. Now he's an announcer.
Yeah.
And Charles Barkley says, if parents tell you they don't have a favorite child, then they're lying.
Huh.
Does that resonate?
Well, I definitely have a favorite dog, but like my girls are so unique and so amazing in such different ways. Like I don't like some, like they're very, very, very different. They all need me in different ways, and some of them need me more than the other, the ones that like one's more independent. So, but I wouldn't say favorite because I love being a mom and I just loved every stage of their lives. And I think that this stage is probably the hardest. They say it's the sandwich generation, which I'd never heard of that before.
Your kids and your parents.
My parents are, my mom has dementia and my dad, he's doing good mentally, but he's hard physically. And it's just hard to you're spread so thin. And I wanted to go up to Nashville to be with the girls and watch Madison's show, but I really shouldn't have. And I don't know. I mean, not shouldn't have, but I felt guilty.
Yeah, I hear you.
I don't like that.
So my answer is I have a favorite child, but it's circumstantial. So at any particular time, one of the three could be my favorite child. And it depends on what they're doing.
That's good. I like that answer.
So
that's
my secret.
That's a good secret. Mine might be I don't know. I just don't have it might be something embarrassing. Like I sleep with my dog, in my bed, or like I don't really like people to know, I don't know. I don't like to show, I've worked so hard, my whole life in this company, but I've just recently started treating myself to do things, with the profit and the money, and I never really had. So I don't really I don't like that. I don't want people to know that. Yeah. So that's probably a secret.
Well, that's super interesting, but you should enjoy the fruits of your labor.
Yeah.
I think
some people do, start a company to make money or whatever. And I didn't do it for that reason.
That's such a good segue. This is exactly where I want to go.
Oh, good.
You started a company because you not in order to make a bunch of money, but then now you find yourself how many years later, and we just toured your warehouse, which is amazing. And you have 6,000 SKUs, and there's rumors going around that the SKU count is going to go up much higher than that. And it's not just a business, it's a real business. An impressive organization.
I'm really proud of it.
You should be, but you didn't get started to do that. And I think it's also interesting, since you mentioned your daughters, I want to say that you grew up building a business with your daughters growing up.
Yeah. Yeah, I rarely had a babysitter.
Yeah.
There were some days that I was so busy, different funny stages, but no, I wanted to be there. I was the kind of person that probably never put my baby down, I was like that's probably how I am with my dogs. But, I also love doing things on the side. I remember my first product was, I've taught myself how to develop film black and white. It was before digital cameras, and I developed the film, developed the pictures, and it was so fun, to take pictures of things that I love in life. And I thought I wanted to be a photographer, and I'd even tried to take pictures of people. I'm like, oh, that's not going to be it, because they wanted to pose and do things I wouldn't want them to do. But I couldn't wait to put the baby to bed so I could get in the dark room and develop the film and look at the pictures. And it was so fun. I used to go to the beach and write words in the sand, and then the waves were getting ready to wash the words away. And that's when I'd try to get the picture. But you wouldn't know that you got it until you develop the film. And sometimes it's like, oh, that's not enough wave. And then you go back the next day. So I spent a lot of money on film and a lot of time in that dark room.
And you did this because
it was fun.
Because you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
You were working at Hallmark at the time. Didn't love your job.
No, I didn't. But I was good at it, and I knew how to get the job done because I'm fast, and I got lots of promotions. I always felt a little guilty because it's like, oh, I probably didn't work that hard to get that promotion, but I was effective, and I worked there for about 7 years. I was a sales rep, worked out of my house, and but it was not fulfilling, and it was not fun, and I didn't love my life. But I was in my 20s, and I was having fun living by the beach. I'm from Kansas City, so living in Florida, a block from the beach, and having lots of friends, and just doing. So had a full life, and that's when I started taking the pictures, just of life and friends. And if I went to a party, I'd always have my camera, and I'd be taking pictures, and then I couldn't wait to go and give them some of the pictures. And when I would go to my friends' weddings, I would make these little albums, whether it was with Polaroid pictures, and then I would also put some of my black and whites in there. And they still have them. They cherish those little albums. Yeah. So it was just fun, just making those little things, like little slices of life for people. And so I liked doing that, and I was having fun, being single and dating and all that stuff. And but then when I got married, and not having to figure out how to pay the bills after a while, I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to try to do something. So I don't know if I would have done it if I hadn't gotten married and had someone else helping to pay the bills. Sure. But I had got invested from Hallmark. I had I think I had $7,000. So I could, when I quit, I got that money. Yeah. And of course I didn't put it in the retirement thing. I just used it, and I started Natch Life with that. So I couldn't wait to get up in the morning. It was so fun. And it was less about, how much money am I going to make? It was just so fun to get up and just do this thing. And I did have fun trying to figure out how to monetize it. I would go to all the different stores around Jacksonville at first to try to find people to buy the things. And that was easy and fun. And I would go in there and spy on the people who were shopping to see what they were picking. Cause I didn't have a sales report, so I could see what they liked. And then that would teach me, okay, she likes Friends written in the sand. I'm going to try Sisters written in the sand. I think it was Friends Forever written in sand. So I, it taught me other words to put in the sand. And then, my first job out of college, I was an independent sales rep, selling 20 different small companies, different kinds of housewares and gifts. So I knew how that small industry worked, and that you could take a little bit of product and go to the show and have a sales rep, take it. So there'd be sales reps at these shows with a booth, and in a corner of all these little companies. So I knew how that worked, and I'm like, I'm going to try it with these little keepsakes that I was making. And it was all the little words in the sand, and I'd make little pictures and magnets out of them. And I remember going to the Atlanta gift show, and I walked up and down every single hall. That's the big buildings there. Everyone said, nope, we don't want to be your sales rep. Nope. But I think I'm so resilient in that way. I wasn't I wasn't crying. I wasn't sad. I'm like, well, it's their loss. They're going to be sorry. They're going to be so sorry one day.
Someday.
Yeah. And then I got this one cute guy to that he said, okay, I'll take your stuff. And he put me on the back shelf, and that was my first sales rep. And then that's just kind of how it kept going. Then I would go to the trade shows too by myself and set up the booth. And my brother, who's 4 years younger than me, he loves to build things. So he'd build the booth, and we'd always win best booth over the years. It was so fun. Sorry, I'm rambling about that.
No, that's great. I love it. Okay. So what was meaningful about, I know you were having fun and you loved what you were doing, but what was meaningful about
Well, I loved
the statements that you were making.
Well, I loved learning what the customers loved, because I loved giving the products I was making first. That's what I did first. Like I would go to a dinner party and I'd bring them a little like Natural Life, or not, it wasn't Natural Life then. It was a little keepsake with the word happiness written in the sand. And the host, would just go on and on, on and on. She had it in her bathroom and she just loved it. And so I loved bringing joy to people in that way. And whether it's a little magnet, they didn't cost very much. They were $10, and I made like, I don't know, $6 a piece. And to me, that was a lot. I loved keeping track of all that too. Like, okay, I spent this, and I would get the materials like a Joann Fabric and Hobby Lobby. Like it was just however I could do it. So the business part was fun. The creative part was fun. Coming up with what the customers would love was fun. Making people happy was fun. It's just, everything about it was fun. I couldn't wait to get up in the morning and do it. And just every step of the way, learning, what to do next, or, it wasn't like, okay, now I got to do something else. It was just everything happened organically.
Okay.
That's a good way to say it.
Yeah. I want to talk about that.
Yeah.
Because from where you started taking black and white photos, to where you are today, that's a lot of organic growth. But you had to have something in the back of your mind. Like you mentioned, I didn't do this so I could go out and build a big business and make a lot of money. You had a different kind of purpose, I guess, in the back of your head, and whatever you were doing resonated. With people. Like,
I loved the fact that you didn't have to spend a lot of money to give people their favorite gift, whether it's for their birthday or Christmas. And, so our customers have always been, such a broad, whether it's a broad age range, because, I make things for all ages. I have mom and sister and daughters, and I would make things for all ages. And then they don't cost a lot. So like the fanciest lady and someone who couldn't afford it, they all loved it the same. So it was just neat. And I just like, of course I liked the business side of it too, because I'm just kind of half and half that way. And it was rewarding, to be successful. But I was always so picky. I would never just make things to make money. Like, oh, I'm going to add this and make my sales higher. Like I would never do that. It has to, like, I'm so picky about what we make. It has to work. And I don't know how to say what I thought of, because I just did it. It's not like I wrote down, I'm going to do this. It just happened.
Yeah. So it sounds like, and I don't know if this is the same today, but it sounds like when you started, and maybe several years into the business, your product design was based on things that you needed or wanted.
Yes. Well, like part of our brand messaging, which it took a while to get the brand messaging out, because I wasn't like, what is my brand? Like I didn't have a logo for a while. I didn't really get that until I met somebody who's really like very educated in branding. She pulled it out of me. But like our mantra, let's see if I'm probably too nervous to say it, but it's like, we believe in the little things mean the most, that kindness really does matter. You should always be yourself, do what you love, and try to make the world a better place. So you asked me a question that inspired me to say that mantra. And it was, so like, I love enjoying the little things in life, which you could hear in the mantra, And that mantra I wrote myself. And even just like Natural Life, give, love, laugh. I hired a company to help me, like, oh, you need to hire somebody to help you make the branding and the tagline. And everything they said was terrible. I think we ended up, and we lived with for a year, like, gifts that inspire. And it's like,
yuck.
I hated it.
Me too.
Oh, it was so bad. And there was like natural, and there was a gift in the middle, and life. I'm like, ugh. So one day somebody like inspired me to change it. And then we hired this consultant, and I hated all the things that they said. So then one day I'm like, no, it's Natural Life. We're going to put a flower in the middle. It took a long time to get the flower right. And then it's give, period. Love, period. Laugh, period. Give, love, laugh. So that really kind of defines Natural Life. Like we make things that kind of like match that. So you're enjoying the little things in life. So I don't know if you're going to put chip clips on your chip bag, I just like cute one instead of a gross, like plain old clothespin, or I mean, literally everything we make. And now I'm going to forget, like, I don't know. We like to make fun mugs. We like to make socks. Oh my God, I love our socks. We make the best socks ever. I should show you these. So they are so comfortable. Like I tried so hard to find the best sock company. Look, they have a moose on them.
I know.
And they're so thick and they're just perfect for boots and they're so cute. So one of my interview guys who we were like, we need a sourcing person. Somebody said, and I'm like, okay. Well, so this guy came in and we're interviewing him. Like, I'll tell you what, if you can find the best sock company in the world or factory, then I will hire you. And he found this company. And so he worked with us for a while, but then something else happened and he left. Wasn't a good fit. So yes, I like to make products that just make everyday life more fun.
That resonate with you.
Yeah.
And I like...
And people love it. Like, I don't make it for... Like, I love the things we make, and I like the way they look, and I use what I love to inspire artists to make our designs to look like this room, really. And then, so it takes a long time sometimes to get the design right. So it has to be right. And then the product has to be right. It has to be like, no, we don't want to make that. That's not fun. So I don't know. It'd be fun to go through all the different products and tell you, why we made them. Like, I don't know, one year we went to India to get inspired, to buy tapestries and fun stuff like all this. And I noticed that they decorated every single thing that they moved around in, like whether it's a bike or a tuk-tuk or an elephant or their cement trucks or buses. They're just so decked out. And even the side mirrors would have these like tassels hanging. It just was beautiful. So I couldn't wait to come home. One time we were driving, when we were there, we were driving to Jaipur, and we see this tent on the side of the road, and it's in the middle of nowhere. And it was a family's farm, and they had this tent set up with all car accessories. So I got a steering wheel cover. I got the tassels that hang from the side mirror. I bought all the stuff, and I'm like, just because I loved it. No, it was a little orange and tacky looking. So I came home and like made natural life version, because I thought America needs car accessories.
Sure.
So that's one of the fun products that we make. That makes everyday life more fun.
Steering wheel covers.
And air fresheners. Like I was walking, that idea came up when I was walking through Target because I was bored the girls were tiny. Sometimes you go to Target just to walk around to kill time.
I know very well.
And then, so my training from Hallmark taught me that if you have 12 feet in an aisle in Target of the same thing, what does that mean? It sells really well. So if they just had one little face out, they couldn't keep it filled. So they had 12 feet of pine tree air fresheners. So I'm like, the world needs way cuter car air fresheners.
True. I agree.
Yeah. So we made the cutest ones.
You
and
did.
they have tassels on the end. Yeah.
And what are the scents?
The scents are kind of, I don't even know. That's like, I don't even care about the scents as much as I do like the colors and the designs. And like the donkey would be a cute one.
That could be.
We have dogs, I think, and different sayings like, today I will not stress over the things I can't control is one of them.
That's good.
I don't know what the top one, it's so fun to see what the top sellers are.
Yeah.
And I love it when it's like what I like the most.
You know what my favorite car scent is? You might know because it's...
Clean car scent?
No, we're right next to the beach.
Lemon?
I grew up on the beach in Southern California.
Ocean breeze.
That's very close. I do have several candles that are ocean breeze. But now I understand that you can't use candles anymore because there's like a carcinogen.
Oh, no.
Or something.
I love candles.
Me too. And now...
I always light them every time I get home.
Yeah. Well, be careful.
Uh-oh.
Because now you can't use a candle.
We make a fake candle. That's kind of fun. I was in Beals.
What's a fake candle?
I was in Bell's. Oh, no, wait. Some company. Some really gross store. Like Kohl's or something like that. And I can get ideas from anywhere. Like Walgreens, Kohl's. So I was walking around. It was this big bin of everything's $1. And I'm like, wait, what is that? And it was like, it's like a pillar candle. But it's fake, and you turn it on from the bottom. It has the battery, and then it like glows and looks like it's lit. So I'm like, this is so cool, but it was so ugly. It had like, I don't know, some kind of, religious kind of thing on it. So we made our own. Sorry to interrupt you. Yeah.
You didn't. I'm great.
Yeah.
I knew exactly what I was going to tell you.
Yeah. Good.
My favorite scent.
Oh, yeah.
There's two.
What is it?
Surfboard wax or suntan lotion.
I love suntan lotion.
I know.
Yeah.
Those are my two favorite car scents.
I need to get into more of the smells. Yeah.
Infuse that.
Yeah. I think we need to improve our smells.
And smells are super meaningful.
Yeah. Because they can remind you of stuff.
Exactly.
Like, that's why we like the suntan.
I know. It's
because we used
so
to spring break in college. Oh my God.
Yeah. Or growing up on the beach.
And then that's why I have to go get some stuff removed because I had the suntan lotion on, or, the oil that smells good. And now I have to get whatever is it called? Like melanoma, or what is it?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I have to go get that cut off.
Well, still, it's a great
I have one right here too.
It's a great smell.
It's a great smell, but now it's kind of has a negative feeling.
No. It should
be.
I think that could be one of the natural life things is suntan. We got into scents for a while there, and I made a special scent just for natural life, and we called it the Live Happy scent. And it's kind of like a wisteria. I don't even know. It's just like yummy. But that stuff has, what do you call it goes bad after a certain amount of time, and we ordered way too much. So we kind of got traumatized and we're like, let's not do that. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Has an expiration, which
so
no one told me it had an expiration. So I bought a lot, and then I'm like, what?
There's an expiration?
Yeah. So we had to put it all at 50% off. And then we didn't do it more, but I miss it because I'm out of it all of a sudden.
Was that a lesson? Was that a business lesson for you? Check the expiration.
Yeah. It's a business lesson for me as a manager. Because I didn't feel I would think that the team would tell me oh, by the way, Patty, let's not order that much. There's an expiration. Let's do it in flows. So
Just lessons.
Lessons.
There's lessons. Okay, so
lots of lessons.
Yes.
I've learned everything by learning the hard way. But I think that's the best way to learn. I'm fine with that.
Can you describe one of those lessons for us? Is there something that comes to mind that's like, oh yeah.
Well, you heard the story of the tickets, all being the same. That was a biggie.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
but
wow.
Yes, but I don't think we weren't recording that, were we?
Oh,
Do you want to talk about the?
Oh.
You can, or if there's another lesson, I don't care.
That was a pretty good one. That was when, just quickly, we were wholesale, and my first really big chain. The guy really loved the stuff, so we went all out. He ordered tons, and it was right before the holidays. And the team, our warehouse, we were much smaller at the time, just wholesale, and they ticketed all the product. It was a lot. It took 3 weeks for all these people to ticket all this product with their ticket and their price and everything. Mm-hmm. And so the guy got it. We met the due date just right at the very last minute, and they get it. We were so proud. Well, he calls. He's like, Patty, every single UPC ticket is exactly the same. And so we didn't check them. The team did not make sure that the UPC code was getting different or changing. It's a huge lesson. So that's when you don't really want to learn that way. So sometimes the lessons are really painful and others, but of course you're going to ask me for more, and I'm not going to think of any.
No, that's
everything. If you mention a subject, I probably have a lesson around it.
Here's the great thing about this. We're just having a chat. So if there's a lesson that comes up, you can say, hey,
that was a lesson.
I thought of a lesson.
Yeah.
Okay. There's this thing about the culture that you've created. Have you been thoughtful about that? Creating this culture, has that been something in the back of your mind, or was it more, as you describe it, organic? You just wanted to create things that you liked, that resonated with people, and
yeah. Well, I definitely wanted to keep work fun, because if you love what you do, you're not working at all. And I want for my daughters, I want them to love their jobs. And it's just all the employees that work here, I want them to love their jobs. So I think that, just keeping it fun in some way. But to love your job, you also have to be passionate about learning and about building and growing. So you wouldn't last long here if you weren't like that. But so we work really hard, but we like to play together too. And, with I'm just so thankful, for whether it's an employee working or a vendor working hard to get, product that we love, or even you guys, the way you're working with Leslie and the team, it's just it's more fun to be that way. And so I think it just comes natural. I didn't really mean for it to I didn't go out saying I'm going to build this culture. It just became the culture, just from I want to be kind and, giving. I think that's probably my love language, is the giving thing. And I love to give people things. My dad's the same way. Yeah.
Well, the culture is so important. And this is something that we deal with on this podcast regularly. I ask people like, would you rather have an individual who is a superstar, hard worker, great at the particular job, but doesn't fit with the organization culturally? Or would you rather have someone who's really good at their job and is a fantastic fit culturally? Can you guess how people answer that question?
Well, for sure.
It's almost 100%.
Culture. Yeah.
Culture.
Yeah. Even over, there are definitely, when you get bigger, your company gets bigger, you lack some experience and you kind of crave that. But to try to find someone who fits the culture and can love the brand and really want to please and build the culture. And it's not just us, it's the community, that's our customers, all of us, our family. It's hard to find somebody that fits, so I find that it's almost easier and better to grow the people that have grown with me and, that fit the culture. Even if you've never done this before, if you fit the culture and you are passionate about everything that we do and about learning and wanting to build, what we're building, I'd rather just learn the things that we don't know from experts. So that's my new thing. You can't just go and hire somebody that knows. It's just not that easy. Hiring is the hardest part, and culture is more important than anything.
Okay. Yes, absolutely. And so people clearly would you say people are your most meaningful asset?
Yeah, because I couldn't have made such an impact, that we have without everybody and their enthusiasm and their passion for what we do. And when even you hear customer experience, when they get an amazing message from a customer, they can't wait to share it with everybody and everyone gets goosebumps, it's just, so everyone gets that. And so it's just not something you can teach for sure. It's if you were some big wig fancy person who knows all this stuff, but then you didn't get excited about a customer comment like that, then that's definitely the wrong person.
Have you had the experience of having people who did not align with the culture, and how do you manage that?
It's the hardest part, because I don't when things don't work out, not very good at just managing that. It's probably my biggest weakness, because I want everyone to be happy. I'm kind of just want everyone to be happy, but then it's the wrong person. It's So I think, trying people out, not you're moving your family here and you're going to come and work here and and it's just, you kind of have to make sure they fit. And so any way that you can do that without, upsetting the whole family is important.
Yeah. Well,
it's the hardest part.
It is the hardest part. And it's more difficult when you have someone who may be a great performer on one side, but doesn't fit culturally. That can be really damaging to the organization.
Yes. And you kind of have to take care of it quickly. Mm-hmm. I'd rather work with consultants that know something that we don't know, and just keep growing the people that, have grown with me so far. So that's my biggest takeaway. And if I'm ever talking to anybody trying to start their own company, is you probably have the answers more than you realize. The answer isn't always outside if you're struggling with, figuring something out. But it gets hard. I mean, the size that we are, it can be very challenging, and you sometimes you just need someone who knows a little bit more in that area.
Yeah.
So it's okay to reach out to consultants to help you.
I was going to mention, you started talking about taking a chip clip and making it more appealing.
Yeah.
And I was walking back here in the headquarters, and someone pointed out the wagon, a garden wagon that you have that you can buy at any big box hardware store
everyone needs
in
wagon.
Black, or maybe if they're really getting
blue.
Exciting. Exactly.
No, I know. So we have natural life prints, and they're I love making things that are useful but prettier. We even have camping tents.
All of a sudden, I don't need a garden wagon, but I want one.
I know.
I want that one.
I know. And then you can do different things with it. Like I used to put the girls in there at Halloween and we'd go up and down the street. There's so many different, you can take all, go to the UPS place with it.
I know. I'm just going to find a bunch of reasons to use that garden cart.
Yeah.
Well,
what else would you use it for?
The garden cart?
Yeah. Plants. Go plant around.
I could probably use it for plants. I could probably haul stuff around that. If I was really a good person, I could fill it up with treats for Thanksgiving and haul it around the neighborhood and drop it off to everybody.
A good one. You can bring, like, to the block party, you can bring stuff in there.
Yes.
Or a picnic. Beach. Walk down to the beach.
I wish I could walk down to the beach, but there's no beach in Salt Lake City.
Like park. Take a picnic to the park.
Up to the mountains.
Yeah, to the mountains.
Okay. Yeah, there's lots of...
Go camping with it.
Really, yeah, absolutely. Lots of good uses for that. Yeah. Or if I enter a burro race...
There you go.
I could drag my stuff along in the cart.
Put donkey food in there.
Something like that. Okay, so you have this culture that is clearly meaningful, and it feels like you've been thoughtful about it, even if you didn't specifically write down, these are all the things I want with culture, but it's been here.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
And I think that, like, I have an opinion on every decision that we make. Like recently, we were talking about what to do for our Christmas party. And like sometimes when you're exhausted and you're just like, there's so much going on and everyone's so busy and you don't want to like compete with everyone's Christmas parties and, personally. But then I don't want to just have a lunch. It's so lame. We used to do fun things like white elephant gift exchange, and we have such a beautiful office. So I'm like, and everybody, but we're also all tired, so it was like, sometimes you could just like, all right, let's just do this, but I'm like, no. Like I remember when I was little, we'd go to my dad's company. He worked for Owens Corning Fiberglass and they had a company party and all the families would come. And it was just I want everyone to not always feel just worky about this place. Cause we all have fun together. We all love each other. Everyone's so friends inside, outside the office. So I'm like, no, we're going to have an evening party, but to make it like easier and more fun, we're going to have people work from home and it's going to be on a Thursday. So they're going to work from home on Thursday.
Yeah. I like this.
And the people who can't work from home, we're going to come up with something for them to do, to feel like, what do I do? And then that way, when their partners or whatever get home and they can bring their kids, so they're going to, because some people live far away, because Jacksonville's kind of a big city. And so that way they can all drive that evening to the party and they can bring their family. Everyone gets to see their family. We all talk about everybody, but we barely get to see everyone. And this office is always kind of like crazy. So we're going to fix it all up really nice. We're going to have an evening party. And I know it's going to be amazing. And it is, it's hard to think of, like, I love doing stuff like that. Last year we did a hootenanny, I called it, in the backyard. And I'm like, do you know what a hootenanny is? Do
I know what hootenanny is?
I just love that word so much. And when I looked up the meaning,
I am unfamiliar.
It's like
with a hootenanny.
Hootenanny. I heard about it in Nashville because Madison lives there, and someone said, yeah, there's hootenannies everywhere. I'm like, what the heck is that? And it's something like where a community gathers together and has music and celebrates life together. And I just loved it. I'm like, we got to have hootenannies. So,
I want to have one of those too.
I know, it's so fun. So we had a hootenanny, but like there's some laws around, like you can't have whatever open to the public. So we have to kind of go around that. But so our Christmas party, though, long story short, is I'm going to make it to where, like, it's not like, oh, I have to go home from work and then turn right back around and come back, Yeah. And then the next day I'm still working with Leslie on what we can do to make it easy to come, because it's on a Thursday. I didn't want to be on a Friday because, everyone has.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be kind of close to Christmas instead of December 1st.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I like to do things like that. But then the culture, like everyone that works here, like I said, loves the brand and cares about the customer and cares about the product and cares about what we're doing. And they want to learn how to do their job better. And, they're open to this, that, and the other. And sometimes, we have to debate and it can get hard, but then it always feels so good to solve the problems. And then we just, move forward. So I feel like that's part of the culture. And then just being kind to everybody. And, I want to pay everybody. Like, I want to be the best. I want to overpay people, if anything, not underpay. And I want everyone to have a good work-life balance. I notice, when someone's working harder than they should and maybe someone isn't, it bothers me. I can see it. Sometimes I say, and most people, all work hard here, but I say it with a small company, and hopefully we'll always be able to do this. Like, you can kind of see everyone's value. You know when you don't fit, because it's just like, I don't know. It's just like they're not saying and doing the right things.
Yeah. This culture seems like it goes throughout your product and throughout your community and throughout your warehouse, which is off-site, and and at the same time, like you're having fun, you're building products that you love and that are creative
and that our customers love,
and that your customers love.
Yeah.
Which I think you have like fans, not necessarily customers.
Yeah.
And so are you building products that you have done market research and you say, well, I think this thing is going to be the thing that sells the best, so we should build this thing? Or is it different than that?
That's a good question. Like, sometimes when you read books and you know, or you're talking to the software company that you're trying to, set up for your product planning, and always says, you do this market research. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, we don't do that. But like, I haven't had to, and the way that we dabble and tiptoe into different products, like, I know what we shouldn't make. And sometimes people will have ideas. I'm like, that's not going to work. And we've tried a lot over the years. And I feel like that is a gift that I have, to know what works and sells for Natural Life. And so, I've been wrong very few times. Sometimes I'll say, no, we need 5,000 of those. And I might be wrong in that. But most of the time I'm right. And like, I'll take, bets on products. Like, we just made boxer shorts. And I was so excited to make some boxer shorts that fit really good and that were really cute. They're mixed print. And they're really flattering because they're just fun to wear around the house, and you can go on the beach with them or whatever. And I'm like, no, we have to buy more than the minimum order quantity. We have to buy at least 3,000 of each. And they're selling, thank goodness, like 300 a week. So I'm glad we bought that many. So, I don't know. I just have this instinct, and I would hate to like not follow that, but I do need to set up, like, when I'm gone, I'm sure that when I'm dead or whatever, or when I'm not doing it anymore, like, I'm sure we're going to have to come up with a different process, but unless one of my girls has it or one of the employees here have it.
So do you generate all of the product ideas? Is that fair to say? Mm-hmm. But like, everyone, even the customers, will recommend things, but I just know when to say, nope, that's not going to work. Nope. And I like to try things. I'm not scared of trying different things. And we've tried a lot over the years, a lot. And so we've learned, kind of what works and what doesn't. So you have like, there's stuff for your car, there's stuff for your home, there's clothing. Clothes are new, fairly new. We've only been doing those for about 5 or 6 years. Yeah. And it's really, it's like, good. It's really good. So the girls got to a certain age where we would go shopping. We hated everything. So we just started like, okay, so that was your market research. Mm-hmm. But we didn't like, we didn't like make $1 million at first. We just kind of go slow. Yeah. Because like I've been doing this for, I don't know, I guess if you counted day one, almost 30 years. Day one. But like when COVID hit, that's when we turned into retail. Because before that, we were just like 99% wholesale. And that's a whole lot easier business model. You just make fun stuff. You go to the show, and then whatever people order, you buy more of. Yeah. That's a lot easier than retail. I didn't really know what I was getting into because we're 100%, I don't know, probably 95% online, our own website. And it's a whole different ballgame. Because you have to figure out how much inventory of whatever sales you're going to repeat from the year before and grow or whatever. You have to know exactly how much of all the product to buy. Yeah. It's hard. So retail versus online, do you have a preference? Well, I guess, so we're online. We're online retailers. So we used to have, so we're 100% online. So no website. No stores. We have no stores. Got it. 0 stores. We did have one store at our local town center when we were all wholesale. I wanted to have a laboratory to know what all these retailers had to deal with, you know, with the store. And I did that. And it's kind of like just a laboratory. And I'd like to see like what the products, how they would sell and what the customers would do and say. So that was fun. But like the week before COVID hit, our lease came up and
And Leslie and I were talking about, I'm like, oh God, I never go in there anymore. And like the merchandising's really gone downhill. Let's just not do it. Let's just not re-sign. Thank God. Like, what if we would have re-signed? Because COVID hit and then nobody goes to the stores. We didn't love our location. But my vision is to, like, I know, like, I want to have a retail store that's like, looks like this, but probably like five or 10 times bigger. And there's a little coffee shop over there. There's a little like vintage stall over there. And there's a natural life store here. And there's sofas and chairs everywhere. And there's food too.
Yeah.
That's my vision.
That sounds amazing.
I know. And then people can hang out and work and shop and enjoy the little things.
And do all this stuff.
Yeah. So we just bought this land back here. I think there's a bunch of, what is it called when there's a bunch of old cars on there? Like it's a dumping ground or something. Junkyard. There's a big junkyard right back there.
Gotcha.
We just bought that land. And so hopefully we can rezone it so we can have our first store, this experiential store.
Oh.
Because it would be like an experiential brand store. So
and that's going to be your own.
Yeah. All natural life.
All natural life.
Yeah. I got to find somebody that's good at food and coffee. I find some people who's good and passionate about all that because I'm not going to do it, but I'm going to decorate it. Mm-hmm. And then we'll have a natural life store in there. And then I feel like that's the kind of store or coffee shop or place to get lunch that I would want to go to. And I know it would be successful if I could just
So it's just back to the same thing. It's like what you created boxers. Why did you create boxers? Because there was some...
Because I wanted them. Oh, yeah, right. I did. And actually that's my first... That's funny. I should tell you that story. So when I was in college, I was the kind of student where I'm like, I'm going to skip class today. I'm so tired. But I was good. I still got good grades, but I didn't go all the time. So I started my own little business in the cafeteria of my sorority. I would go to Walmart and buy all the old Fruit of the Loom boxers. And then I would stencil cute designs on the bottom and sell them. And then I had my notebook paper and I would write down the cost of the supplies, and then I would sell them to all the other sororities. Like one sorority were the sheep, so I had sheep going along the edge, and everyone loved them because that was kind of the trend. Everyone wore boxer shorts, and you fold it down. Yeah. So I kind of I love that. So that's why I wanted boxer shorts, but I wanted cute ones because all the ones I would buy, even the ones from Target, they fit terrible and they weren't cute. So I'm like, I'm making cute boxer shorts.
So
I'm so random.
Is that the true origin story? I mean, we talk about your origin story as taking the photographs.
That was my first little business thing. But even before that, I loved babysitting and writing down all the, the amount of money. Oh, and then one time I even bought, I don't know if you remember, I don't know if we're the same age. You're younger than me probably. But so there was the seeds. You could buy seeds out of the newspaper or something weird. And then, I was such a little girl, grade school, and they send you this flat box that you wear in the front, and you go door to door and you sell seeds. Some of them were flowers, some of them were vegetables, fruits. And I couldn't wait to go around and sell the seeds. And I was the number one, Girl Scout cookie seller. So I think I've always been kind of businessy.
Yeah. It's always been in there.
Yeah. I wanted to buy and sell the seeds. How dumb.
There is a need. But there's an interesting mix of this business acumen with the
creative.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was always a quiet, younger girl. I was never introvert more. And I think being from Kansas City, I grew up in Kansas. I think I was an observer. I remember looking at the cool, these beautiful girls or just cool people. I would notice cool people and I would just observe how cool she is or whatever, or he or whatever it was. I just observed a lot of things. And maybe from being from the Midwest, I've learned that the masses kind of like what I like. That's kind of the only thing I can think of when people ask me, how do you do it? Or why do you think what you like? That's the only thing I can think of is that I'm from Kansas City and I notice things that I think are cool. And maybe since, when we have a lot of customers and we, that saying, sell to the masses or whatever it is. I feel like we appeal to so many customers, so many different broad people, the demographic. And I think that's why, if someone were to ask me, it's interesting though.
It is super interesting. And it's interesting because it's not like the traditional way to build a product line.
No, it's actually pretty reckless. But, you know, what's even more reckless is all of a sudden COVID hits and now you're going to be a retailer and you're growing by leaps and bounds. Okay, let's buy inventory and, you know, like, oh boy, talk about, well, lessons. That's the biggest is buying, you know, too much inventory and just not really understanding how the planning process of purchasing inventory should work at Natural Life. It's been the biggest challenge and puzzle. Like I often call like creating a business and solving all the problems, you know, that we have, because every business has, you know, issues to resolve. I call it a big million-piece puzzle. And it's so fun, just like puzzles. I love puzzles, to get like areas all organized. You know, like our warehouse, it is that puzzle, that area is done.
We got to see that today.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Thank you.
And Jim, if I can give him a little shout out.
Yes, Jim is awesome. He is just, I'm so proud of him. He's been here a long time and I've watched him grow, and he's the culture he's built over there with all those people. He's just amazing. I love him. And then Mark Bondurant, who's the kind of the mastermind behind all the technology and the way it's set up. He's so calm, and, you know, you just trust. And, you know, there's definitely like, you know, problems that we have to solve along the way. And, but like, it's been so fun to watch. It's almost like another business over there. It's really impressive.
Well, it is almost
proud of them.
Yeah. And you should be.
Yes.
They've done an amazing job.
We all are. Like it's so nice to please the customers. We never have to hear like people calling saying, you know, where's my package?
Well, here's what I would say about the warehouse staff. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Like, they're as invested as you are.
I know.
It feels like that.
Yeah.
And Jim, who may or may not have a military background, we're not sure.
We did. I thought you did, Jim. Sorry.
Well,
he has just good work ethic.
Yeah, and he just kind of marches around like that.
He's just his energy is so high and positive.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, he just want to like do what he says and follow him and please him.
He's a leader.
He's a leader.
He's a leader.
He's a leader in the best way, and he loves to build everybody up.
People resonate with him.
Yeah.
Like, just in passing, we could see that occurring.
And he sees you.
Yeah.
No matter who you are. We
had a nice visit with him. But how do you make that work? How does the culture, your thoughts about it, how does it trickle down? I think that, you know, when you have trust, you can feel it and the people know it. And like, it's not like I get to go and see Jim's face to face all the time, but I can't wait for him to come to the Christmas party on that Thursday. This is going to be after shipping cutoff. That's the other good thing. Oh. After shipping cutoff, so it's kind of close to Christmas, but he knows I trust him, and all of his leads trust him, and Jim trusts them. And like, so trust is the answer, but like, you have to earn trust, and he's earned that. And it takes a while, you know, when you hire new people, you know, for that trust to be earned. And if it's not earned, it doesn't work. Yeah. I want to understand how you've built this, the culture of doing what you're passionate about and having other people be passionate about it as well. And then creating products with that same aligned with those things, well, and then your customers, like you described it as a family earlier. I'll use that word. So how do you like creating that family? If you sat there and thought about it on a blank sheet of paper, how am I going to create this family? Could you do that?
I mean, I could do it with my hindsight. I think that
right.
Yeah. It's like, I don't think I could do it.
I think it's overwhelming.
Take
a blank piece of paper and write that down.
Right. But I think that, I guess if something happened in Natural Life or whatever, and then I was going to do it again, I've learned so much. I would totally like repeat a lot of things. And first of all, I've learned that everyone's passionate about different things. We're all so different. And what I'm passionate about, you know, is different from the other leaders and, you know, people that are bringing so much value to this company. Like Jim is passionate about the warehouse learning and helping those people that work there, at every level, and like watching them grow and watching other people below him become leaders too. He's passionate about that. And I love that. Leslie's passionate about, she's an incredible CFO. Like she's passionate about different things than me, but she also values what I'm passionate about. Like, and she supports that. And, like Carolyn, my C, she is a VP of digital marketing. She started as an intern, but like I knew she was special the day she walked in there. She's curious. She asks questions. She learns. And so she worked her way up, and then she got, she was an intern. Then she worked from the customer service department, which was the best place to learn about the brand and the customer, because the customer knows they can talk about our brand better than our marketing team. So a lot of times when we're looking for, how should we talk about this product, or what should the title of this marketing, whatever, like, ask the customer. So we look through the reviews and we look through like the messages. And I'm like, we have a place that we save all the best, messages from the customers. They say it the best way. They know the brand. I'll ask Instagram, like, hey, what do you guys think about this? So we love to hear from the customers. But, so Carolyn, she's so passionate about digital marketing. Like she says it, she's like, I love my job so much. But like, I'm not passionate about digital marketing. I'm passionate about making sure that whatever marketing we have matches the brand, but she's passionate about digital. So I think that's the ticket. I love that everyone's passionate about different things, because if they were all like me, we wouldn't have Natural Life. So that's kind of cool to define, but it's hard to go out there and just find people like that. You have to just keep trying.
Yeah.
You have to be resilient. I think that is definitely something that I didn't realize I had, but I never fall down. I just keep getting up and keep trying. And I mean, we're more successful than failing, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, we've never had a down year ever.
Wow.
Even in the worst economic environments, we're booming. I think because our price point is so low, people still have birthdays. They want to celebrate different things, and they want to give a heartfelt gift. And so during really bad economic times, like we're actually growing.
Would you say that's something that's still at your core, is giving a heartfelt gift? It feels like that's kind of where you started. Sure. Was like you wanted to give someone something that would be their favorite thing. Yeah,
and even our clothes, even our clothes that we make, we make, we don't just make boring things. If you're wearing Natural Life, you're making people who see you or yourself happy. I remember the first time I bought a dress that made me feel different. Like I loved that dress, and it was comfortable, and it made me feel pretty. But I know it sounds so stupid, but it's just like when it's just like there's something about your clothes, when you like them, it just makes you feel better. So the clothes that we make are to do that. So I feel like the clothes or any of the products that make, chip clips or whatever they are, I said that just because came off my trying to think of something else. Like even playing cards, I love cards. I love so much everything. Oh, here's a chip clip right there. See it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that one's just pretty. It has little rhinestones on it.
Bedding? I mean, would you put bedding into that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love
category.
Well, I love pretty bedding, but I also love soft bedding. Don't you love clean sheets, and your sheets are so soft? Mm-hmm. So, but then I wanted to make them fun. So we have mix and match sheets. So every time you change your sheets, you can change the combination.
What?
Yes. Isn't that fun?
Mind blowing.
So you can collect them all. So I'm going to have all these pillowcases, all these flat sheets, all these fit, and they all look good together.
See?
And it's so fun to combine them. You can have lots of pillows.
Okay, can we do this? Just because you just did that?
Yeah.
I probably cut you off in the middle of an answer. Okay.
Oh, I forgot what I was supposed to be saying anyway.
Me too. Let's go through some of your very favorite products that you've created and why you created, just like you did with the bedding.
Yeah.
Because I don't think anybody, I didn't know that story.
Yeah, I love that story. In fact, that's one of the things that Hallie's been helping me with, because I don't want to new sheets are here. I want to tell the story. I just said it. So she's helping me and the team, make sure that if we're going to have any kind of marketing about the product, it's got to be the heart and soul of why. But I might need a cheat sheet. Do
you need a cheat sheet? We can get you one.
Yeah. Hey, Rebecca.
Hey, if you need someone to be the guy that says the new sheets are here, I'll volunteer to do that. I'll be that guy.
Well,
boring.
Yeah.
Your new sheet set is.
Well, just I hate marketing titles like that, come see the new sheets. I don't know. I can't even think of one, but like, so I always tell people, if you ever give me a marketing title or email title, subject line, they have to be fun, because it's just more fun. Plus, it works better.
Do you mean to get your attention?
Or just like I don't want to not tell the story. Natural Life sheets.
No, okay.
Like, isn't the story I just said about mix and match? Every time you change sheets, you can change the combination. That's so fun. You collect them all.
That's the magic. Is
Natural Life magic.
Being able to tell the story.
Yeah.
There's a story behind all. That's what I'm trying to get to with all of this stuff that you've created.
Oh, there's literally
the story behind
story about everything. It's kind of embarrassing. Yeah.
So let's talk about some of those things. Do you have a coffee? You have like a coffee set, like coffee lovers something.
Oh, is that cheat sheet?
Is that true?
So yeah, like
why the coffee lovers?
My daughters and I love coffee because, like, I mean, don't you just love the morning? I don't know if you guys like coffee, but like, especially when your kids are little, everyone's sleeping and you get up as a mom before everyone has to get up and go to school or whatever. This is a while ago when they were little. I would just love to get up and just like sit there and just drink the coffee. It just doesn't last very long, but it's fun. Now my daughters all love coffee too. We even have coffee beans. So we've always loved coffee. And so it's kind of part of our brand. We partnered with a local bean company and we have a really good coffee bean that we sell with a really cute coffee bag on the website. So we like to make things that we want. And that's the example. Like,
I know. That's
and then we
why.
have coffee scoop and we have tons of coffee mugs.
Is it just like a crummy little coffee scoop?
It's so cute. It's stained wood and it's got little like carvings that are painted and it says, okay, but first coffee. And it's all little folk motifs. It kind of looks like all this. That's the kind of funny thing. So I wasn't very good at this whole time I started way back when. I never had like a branding type business people to help me make Natural Life huge. Like, because if I would have had like Natural Life really big in all the stores that we sold to, or I think it would be more well known what we are, who we are. So I have to say that's probably been something I didn't do just because I'm just not doing it for a business as much. I'm just kind of having fun. But like if I would have had a business person in here where we were really purposely branding the words Natural Life. But what I'm trying to say is everything we make looks like Natural Life. So people can recognize the product and say, oh, I love that product. I love that company. But ideally, if you're starting a business to brand, you would have Natural Life. So like Coca-Cola or Nike, people know the word. So we're doing that more now because we want people to say, oh, I love Natural Life versus like, I love that product.
Yes. Do you think your company would change if you went the more traditional route? So you said, we're creating it because it's fun and you have a passion about it. It's something that you want, something that you could use. If you went a more traditional route, would you still control it?
I do have to say, though, that like in the back of my head, I'm not just doing it for fun. Like I know that it's going to sell because the business is fun too. To be, I like to be a successful business. Like I said, we've been incredibly profitable, incredibly successful every single year. So like I just love that our customers love what I love. That's what feels good.
Well, and I don't want to make it sound like you're not thoughtful about selling a product or
the business side of it.
The business side of it. Yeah, absolutely. But it's more of being really aligned with your product.
Yeah.
Than having someone tell you, well, our market research demonstrates.
Yeah, I think I just I'll not want to keep doing it if I ever hire someone like that. But I'm also like I would be open to learn, if there's ever danger, the way I'm doing it. So I definitely like to learn what I don't know. Like I'm a sponge for learning. I wish I had more time to read, and learn from other people. But I love listening to podcasts but I've read a lot of good.
Well, the Know Your Shit podcast is rich with content and information.
Yes. No, I think so. Like I love what you guys are doing. Like I really believe it is. I got so much out of the few that I've watched,
it's funny because you're talking about the stuff that you love and things that are fun and things you're passionate about and you enjoy going to work and getting up, you're excited about it. And I feel the same way about the podcast. Like
I can tell.
For me, having these
to talk.
You're nice. These conversations are really fascinating.
Yeah.
For me.
Well,
anyway,
I mean, I think people are interested in that, and I've never really gotten a chance to tell my story, very often. I wrote what's on the website or about us, but like, I've always wanted to try to capture the true full story, for my daughters and my grandkids, if I ever have any, because it really is, it's pretty impressive. I never really look back and say that, but like, I want to like document what we've done, because everyone built it with me,
Yeah. But, the thing I really want to stress about this, what I feel about this company is I was telling someone earlier, I had an opportunity to speak at my kid's middle school graduation ceremony.
Aw.
I know.
I love that.
I still think to this day it's the most highly regarded speech in that middle school history.
Oh, I bet it was so good. I want to hear it.
They were talking about statues and stuff. I don't know if it's going to happen, but they didn't record it.
Oh, darn. Well, you should.
They should have.
He's teasing me. It went right over. I bet it was so good. I bet the kids were like, would be
on the edge of their seats. So were the teachers. They think they were in horror. They were on the edge of their seats. Okay. But here was the message.
Yeah.
Like I put together this little PowerPoint, which was also funny because my kids were like, you can do PowerPoint. It's like,
that's so funny.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Have you learned about Figma
I'm a successful
yet?
What?
Oh my God. I just learned about Figma.
You know what?
Do
you know about Slack?
Yeah.
These guys are trying to make me use Slack. Like, how many forms of communication do we need to have?
I don't know, but you guys should check out Figma if you like PowerPoint.
Well, Caleb uses Figma. I know that Caleb uses Figma, and he's tried to make me use Figma.
I know, I heard the word forever, but then
I'm not doing it.
Well,
should I hold out?
Well, it just depends on how you use PowerPoint. Like the way we used it, like, oh my God, it's like PowerPoint on steroids. So it really helps us. But like you might not use it like we do. Cause
I'm way less
inspiration.
I'm way less creative than you are.
Yeah, PowerPoint's fine.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so I gave this talk and I listed on this PowerPoint all of the things I had done in my life, like work-wise.
Yeah.
All of these things. And I pointed out the one or two that I had a little regret leaving because I loved them. And I left them because I thought I need to climb the ladder. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That and I look back as maybe that was a mistake. Climbing the ladder, maybe that shouldn't have been the goal. Maybe loving what I was doing should have been the goal. And so that was the message.
Yeah. I think it's a good message.
If you can find what you're passionate about, what you love, then you can build something.
Good, and what you're gifted at too.
Yeah.
Usually you like that.
It seems like you incorporate that message.
Yes. No, it's I want it for my daughters. Like I know what it felt like to be in a yucky job that you were good at, but you didn't love it. And oh my gosh, it was such an emotional feeling to can't wait to get up. Life becomes so fun. So I want that for girls and women and people everywhere to find that. So that is part of our mantra. Do what you love. You've got to be yourself. That's the other thing I was good at. I was never one to try to fit in. Mm-hmm. I was always very I was totally fine just being my weird self and not really, getting invited to everything. I was totally fine.
That's really interesting too. Maybe we can talk about that. And I know you're involved with a couple different organizations. I hope we have time to get to that stuff as well. Okay, but you have your booklet here. And I was trying to, you asked me about the different products. And you talked about your socks a little bit. I mean,
yeah. Every product we have, and that should be something fun I do sometime where it's I don't know, someone says, why'd you make this? Why'd you make this? And I could tell the story, but I don't know. I love nature. So this whole little collection, a lot of it's clothes, is
is that
it's all part, we call it the cabin core.
Yeah.
It's just because I love the idea of being in the woods in a cabin or camping. So everything in this collection on our website, is related. Even if it's a fox mug or slippers, it's not like sometimes it's just decorations, like the donkey, that's maybe farm. We'll have to figure out what that goes.
There's something, but there's a story. That's the thing about it, is there's a story behind it. And I align with brands where I feel like the story resonates.
Yes. And sometimes it's a greater story, I don't know, REI or something, or some of those Patagonias. But ours is, like it's about like enjoying the little things in life, and everything we make kind of does that. And like trying to like live happy. You can live happy when you do what you love, and when you're kind, and when, you know, you're accepting of everybody the way that they are. And like, I don't know, an example of little things like this little like colored flames. Have you ever had color fire flames? You know, like
Nope.
Say you have a campfire. I love fire pits. So these are little like packets. You get a bunch of them in one little thing, and you put the packet in the fire pit, and it makes the flames colorful. Like, it's just so fun. And it smells really good because everyone else, I love the fact that everyone else likes it too, you know?
Yeah. Do you find that people discovered that they like the stuff that you create and they had no idea that they would like it?
Yeah, I do.
Is that a thing?
Like, well, or just like, I bet people didn't even know that you could, like, say they have a fireplace or a fire pit, but they didn't know there's such a thing as flames, or colored flames. We call them colored flames.
Yeah.
And like, I also love mousse. So we have a bunch of mousse on everything.
I saw one of your products was like, what was that? Like not a bandana. Was it a bandana?
Oh,
no.
boho bando.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a product we made years and years ago. And it's like a wide headband that you can wear millions of different ways. And now the young girls are wearing them as tube tops. That's a big trend in the warm weather. Yeah. They love it.
How do you feel about that?
I don't know. It's, yeah, my girls never wore stuff like that. But actually, Hallie now, she likes to wear tube tops. It's a fashion thing. I just put a little jacket on over it. But if I told her,
Allie's your daughter. She works here.
Yeah, she works here.
I think I saw her with one of the, what did you call it again? The
boho bando.
Boho bando.
Yeah.
You know who else was talking about that? Jim.
Oh yeah.
Jim was talking about that.
Yeah, they're awesome. But this is cool about those. So I made them because there's just a fun, and they're very inexpensive, and it's just neat that you can wear things different ways. And I like reversible things too. Like, we have a lot of reversible sweaters. But what's really cool about these boho bandos, a long, long, long time ago, is somebody going through chemotherapy discovered them. And first of all, they're so soft. And when you're losing your hair, you know, it falls out and it's like goes everywhere. So that these like hold, you can wear it and it kind of like goes all over everything, and it holds the hair in place while you're losing your hair. And then when it's all gone, you know, you can still wear it on top of your head. So people love it. And so tons of people find it like just from people, word of mouth. So a lot of our products, and I feel like a lot of the brand has grown just from word of mouth, or you got it as a gift. And I know that company, I know that product. Yeah. It's all very recognizable. You can see it, whether it's in a store or you get it, like, I love that stuff. And I think that's so cool that you can recognize the product.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because there's so many different things that we make.
Tell me about those. They look kind of like Crocs or... Oh,
these are slippers.
Yeah.
So, like, you got to have a good pair of slippers when it gets cold out. And
those are not like any slippers I've ever seen.
I know. So I had fun coming up with cute ways to make slippers. And then, like, there's all kinds of different ways. And this year, I'm like, we got to make some with a cat on it. So we have a big cat here, and then they're like kind of intarsia slippers. And then these are embroidered cats and dogs. And it's always so fun to see the selling reports like, oh my God, she likes them. Because like, I'm the one saying, no, I think this is the best seller. Because I rank everything like A, B, C, so we can figure out how to buy it, you know? Mm-hmm. And so I like it when I guess right.
Because, why did you guess cats?
Well, because my daughters love cats. I mean, two of them are more cat crazy than dog crazy. I'm dog crazy. Mm-hmm. And when you love your animals.
So you're just guessing that lots of people love their cats.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I'm really in tune to like girls and women of all ages.
Do you think a donkey on a slipper?
I know that's, well, the moose sure is doing well.
Moose?
The moose is doing better than the dogs and cats.
I love all moose stuff.
No, because it doesn't remind you of like Colorado or just like being out in nature.
Yeah.
So the donkey, I think they're just so cute.
Uh-huh. I think that resonates right now.
Yeah.
The donkey.
And like you just said, like they need a purpose. Like they love having a purpose in life. Like we all do, you know, and like we said earlier, everyone has a different passion. Everyone like loves, like, I don't know, the cashier at Publix might love it, you know?
Do you remember when I asked you about a favorite child? Mm-hmm. Do you have a favorite product?
Everyone asks me that, and I don't.
Oh, I don't want to ask that question if everybody asks you that.
I mean, like, not everyone, but just like, what's your latest favorite product? I love it all. I love it when we're organized enough to not because I don't like when I feel like I don't have time to do it right, but we're getting really good at being organized with collecting all of our inspiration and outlining in a line plan without saying what we're going to get. Like, we know we want to have this many boho bandos and this many of this and this many of this and this many of new things. Like order. I love order. Like, my kids went to Montessori school. If it's not orderly, if your house is all messy or the office is all messy, and your line plan's all messy, you're making blah, I like order. And when it's more organized, you make better stuff. You're just a unique combination. I think people wouldn't put creative and orderly together. Well, I wonder, that's a good question. I wonder if I've not really researched other creative people before, but I always thought that order made somebody more creative. Like, I wouldn't want to walk into a messy house and have a party or something. I don't know. Or I like to have it nice and organized. We may be thinking of creativity the wrong way. But when things are organized, I'm more creative. Yeah. That makes sense. Like, if this room wasn't I know it might look messy, but if it was all piles of stuff, then it's hard to be organized. As we look around this room, does this feel like order? Yeah. No, that's a serious question. It does, because there could be piles everywhere. Sometimes there is. That table over there is kind of bugging me. Look at the chair under there, under the table. What is it doing under there? And there's a bunch of junk on top of the table that does not look organized. And I would not want to sit down and do some work on that table. If you're ever going to visit Salt Lake City, I have some serious work to do at my desk. You'll walk in and you'll go, oh. But look how organized this setup is. I'm guessing if you don't have a favorite product and you don't have a favorite child, don't have a favorite coworker. Do you have a favorite coworker? Be honest. You can just shake your head. Yes. I mean, like I said, in a small company, you can it's kind of like you walk around almost naked. You could just feel of course, the people that make things better for you and make it easier or get it. It's just it makes it so much more fun. So, I say fun all the time, but makes the work better when it's not, when you can tell when someone's not understanding. So but I feel we all make sure that whoever stays here is like that, for the most part. You have to be able to understand each other and get it. And you have to get it. Yeah. Bring value. Absolutely. I think that's critical, bringing value. You bring, maybe that's one of the things we've failed to talk about is the way that you bring value to the marketplace. I feel like my daughter, the youngest daughter's starting in a new company. She's been there for about 4 or 5 months. And it's hard to go into a new company and try to, especially at such a low position, and try to add value. It's really hard. So I find myself mentoring her, and it gives me more compassion for the new younger people here, because it takes a while to learn, how to. So I like making sure people have enough time to learn things and give them grace, and then after a certain amount of time, then Sure. But so we do have, it took us a while, but we have a good little system of goal setting, and we like people to set their own goals or personal goals as well as department goals. And we want everyone to know what our overarching company goals are. And the last 3 or 4 years since, we kind of switched. It's almost like we're like a startup, because when COVID hit, we had all of a sudden become B2C. That's it's really we're really 5 years old, 6 years old versus, wholesale, because it's so different. But, we want people to understand, where we are, and the goals, the overarching goals for the company recently is less about growing. I don't want to grow. I want to have better infrastructure, and everywhere, not just, the warehouse is incredible infrastructure, but other areas aren't as much. Learning how to purchase, for a retail company is very difficult, and so we have to, especially when you've got such a broad amount of products that we do, and everything's, growing, but then we're, when this does well, then I'm like, oh my God, if that does well, she's going to want this. And so it's always it's hard to know. And so you can't just buy this like we did last year, because we only had this, So then if I've built all this, then you go buy too much of that. And so it's not your typical product planning. So that's been, I don't know why I went off on that subject, but like, it's just, like building infrastructure in every area of the company brings more value than coming up with how to sell more.
Does that make you do you feel like the structure, balancing that structure with the more creative, or aligning, I guess, those, I don't want to make those opposites, but aligning structure with the creativity, is that making you more productive? Does that make you feel like you're resonating more with your customers and with your people?
Well, I just know that I call them icebergs. You know, when you grow too fast, you could hit an iceberg that you didn't know is there. Mm-hmm. So I just want I want to feel safe with every stage of the company, and you know, and I don't want to be reckless, and I want to, we're growing sales 50%. Like it does grow that fast, but like, I don't want to sign up for that kind of growth year after year when I know that some of the infrastructure isn't quite right. And some of the growth has been from having too much inventory here or there. So, I'm on a mission to get better infrastructure in every department. And that's what's going to give everybody a bigger bonus. Like we're going to celebrate that more than like sales and profit.
Sure.
Cause I want to feel safe. And then when I feel safe and organized, it's all part of it, then I'm more creative and then it's more fun.
Gotcha. When you're creating your products, is it a process of you come up with it and then you talk to your people about it, communicate, or is it more of a collaborative approach? How are you building the stuff that you're going to put out in the marketplace?
Since we have such a broad product line now and the clothes have done so incredibly well, there's less like brand new products that we're making, like, because the focus is right now on infrastructure. But like, I don't know, when I went to some of these shows, there's some new old vintage, you know, cool things that remind me of, I don't know, my childhood, or things that were really cool that I want to make that we've never made before, but it's all around clothes. And that's a little bit easier. And like people, it's kind of contagious when I get excited about something. Like, I don't know, like Sarah, she said, I love working with you because like you get so excited about the product. It makes me excited about the product. And she's like a sourcing person. So, you know, it's not like it's collaborative in that way. Like you can tell when we're excited about a product, or when I'm excited about a product, it's for sure going to be something that we should, you know, follow. But like I would say it's collaborative with our little creative team, and I want everyone to, you know, to be able to add their ideas, but then I always have the final say of what it should look like. I'm trying to improve the process and make it a little bit easier. Like this room helps everybody know, like, this is the vision of the clothes, you know, this is what we look like, you know, whereas before we would use Pinterest boards more. Mm-hmm. And so I'm trying to make it easier for everybody to like get the look. And that's like the designers and the people that I work with on the product. Yeah. But it's a lot to organize. So if you're really organized, then you can like, you know, line plan and get it right. But I don't want to just like, oh yeah, that's fine, we'll make that. I want it to be like so good. Like I want to love it. I want it when the product comes, I'm so excited about it.
Yeah. When you first started, when you were doing your black and white photography, mm-hmm. you had specific words or sayings, and that's kind of continued throughout. Is that still something that you're actively creating?
Yes. Yeah.
Messaging?
Yes. Well,
so there's the actual messaging that's written on product, and then there's also the stuff that you're creating. It doesn't say it specifically, but still aligned with that messaging.
Yes. So like our products started off with everything having words. And then when we got bigger, you know, we made things without words and whatnot. And then, you know, the business grows and you have less time. So one of the things that I wanted to do to help because we have about like 7 graphic artists that work at Natural Life. So I pick these sayings that resonate with me and I pin them on Pinterest, whether it's a picture of a gas station, you know, it has a cool saying on there, or it's on the sidewalk, wherever I get them, when they resonate with me, and you can tell like where I am in my life and what, you know, if it's like a darker or happier, I don't know, because they're meaningful words to me, and I love putting art around them. So I pen these different sayings, and the artist then will when they have a little free time, it's their chance to take the words and then try to like make artwork where I'm not art directing them. If they're making a product, we're going to make this pill. I am art directing every little thing. So I wanted to give them a chance to be able to make art that could help evolve our look too. So I started that, and then we would every single morning while you're drinking your coffee, you're getting your morning posts. I called them posts back then on Instagram. But then I'm like, I got to call them something other than a post. And that's why I thought of the morning chirp. You know, it's like birds chirping in the morning. And you got your inspirational quote and the Instagram, because always our number one, you know, everyone loves those and they share the heck out of them. And it's kind of helped our brand grow. And I love that it's been a way for our artists to like, I'm going to try this look. And I would say 90% of the chirps that are made, we use. So some of them don't totally look like us, but I want everyone to feel part of, you know, making the look and evolving our stuff. So I started doing that, and then I would put a lot of that artwork on our different products, and like on our t-shirts or on the cover of a spiral or a planner or a calendar. We have or blankets. You know, that's what we put a lot of that, and whichever ones are more liked, you know, on Instagram, because you know you like have 20,000 likes or you have 1,000 likes. Which one would you put on a product? 20,000 likes. So that's the way of like, in a way that our customers have helped, you know, choose some of the things that we put on our products because they're the ones that liked it, or like our fans or whatever you call them. Yeah. So like but then a lot of products, I would say 30% of our products have chirp artwork and sayings on them. Ish. I don't even know how many. And obviously clothes don't, and some of the other products don't either. Like these just have icons, the socks, but they're the colorful look. So am I answering your question? I feel like I kind of went on a little crazy.
No, I think that's
tangent.
Great. The only follow-up I have is like, I love having something that has some meaningful saying on it. Yeah. Like,
I know.
So people love it. If it's a mug, or even if it's a shirt and I'm the only one who sees the saying, it's stitched inside or somewhere.
I love those little hidden sayings.
Yeah. Or a blanket or something.
Well,
because you just align with it. Yeah. You feel like, wait, this is me. This really represents.
I know. That's cool.
Who I am. There's a favorite tea that I drink, cold, iced tea.
And does it have like...
You'll probably know when you take the cap off.
The back of the cap.
I know.
How brilliant is that?
I don't even know if it's the best tea available, but...
That's sayings.
I'd love to have the same.
We should do that like with gum, not bubble gum, but just like gum or just other things. It'd be so fun to do that.
Yeah.
But like, okay, you'll love this new product. Okay. And this is just a little brainchild, you know, how we love coffee. So imagine you're standing in line at the coffee shop. We love coffee shops. And we're going to have a little line of t-shirts called the coffee shop line tees. And there's a little logo that goes here. It says like cup of happy and cute little mug. And on the back shoulder is a really inspiring message. That is... And I can't remember. I chose them. We were going to start with 3, but they're ones that would like be life changing if you were the one back there and you read it, you know, behind you. Coffee shop line.
Gotcha.
And it could be grocery store line. I know. And how to move your hair away from it so they can see. But
some of us do.
I wish if Nikki was over here, she'd come tell me which ones they were. Because I can't remember. The
sayings.
Yeah, they're good. Hey, Nikki, are you around here?
I think I would like to read something like, "You're a superstar."
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You're a superstar.
I think one of them is, if you have the power to make someone else happy, do that. The world needs more of that. You know? That's a good one.
That's super timely.
We'll see if I think I picked 10 and then we like pulled around and picked the top 3. So we'll see what they are. Okay. But I hope they're popular. I don't know. We'll see. They might be too small. It might be too small to get it online, because shopping online is a little different. You can't like, hey, let me tell you about these teas. When you hear about it, you want it, but you know. Yeah. But it's a really cute fit.
Isn't
it fun?
It is, and it's a great, like, there's a good story behind it. Yeah. You can tell that good story behind it.
And I like the idea of inspiring people, like even just our chirps in the morning. Like they obviously inspire people. Sometimes they'll go so viral.
Well, I subscribe to a thing on Instagram that's like Marcus Aurelius. You know Marcus Aurelius? This may be a Trivia Pursuit thing for you.
Uh-oh. I don't know if I know him.
Marcus Aurelius is, he's one of the 5 great Roman emperors. Mm-hmm. And he was a philosopher. He was a Stoic. And so I subscribe to this thing on Instagram where every day I get a Marcus Aurelius saying. And sometimes they're like, but sometimes, like today,
They're
I was
perfect.
like, oh, that's really good. It was so good that I shared it with one of my kids because he was kind of, having a hard time. Yeah.
What is it? What do you remember?
What the saying
was?
The saying was essentially, look, everybody's going to face hard times. It's how you face the hard times that makes you a leader.
Yeah, and how you react to it.
Yes.
Like you have a choice.
You have a choice. Yeah. And you can either react poorly or you can rise above it. The other one that's always good is the obstacle is the way. Like you hit an obstacle in the road. And you're actually lucky to have those obstacles because then you grow and you learn and you get resilient. Yeah. Like it's funny because like my daughters, like they're like, oh God, don't tell me another saying. Because they grew up with me telling them things like that, because like I love them. They're so meaningful and they mean so much to me. And then, Madison just wrote a song because one of them was be kind because everyone's fighting a battle you don't know anything about. It's a good saying, it's like, and it's so true. Even the meanest people, they're the ones that are probably hurting the most. Sure.
And they need the kindness. But Madison would definitely be the one that's like rolling her eyes when I'm saying some kind of, but she just wrote a song and it's called Battles. And she thought she saw that saying. She knows that we've had it before in our stuff, but like she saw it somewhere else and she went into a write with a songwriter and it is blown up. It is her number 1 song. Like people love it and it's really good. It's called Battles. You should listen to it. Okay,
Madison
so let's
Hughes.
see.
Madison Hughes. That's your daughter. She's your oldest?
She's my oldest.
Yeah,
and
she's very talented.
her creativity came out in music. Okay, so here we go. So here's a little logo. Oops, so the logo's on there. Here's a little logo. It says Cup of Happy, and it's a really cute fit. And then the back, and suddenly you just know it's time to start something new and trust the magic of beginnings.
That's so good. And
so good.
And it's like
someone needs to hear it.
Who doesn't have that thought all the time? Like, am I doing? And then you read this and you're like, what? Yes.
But it could be something like, I'm going to start exercising or I'm going to start eating better.
Absolutely. Somebody always has something on their mind like that.
I'm going to start learning something. It's different for everybody. It could be little. It doesn't have to be,
Yeah. I'm going to start an inspirational company.
Oh, this one's not here. Nikki, we need the actual saying.
You know what? See this?
Yeah, you get it.
This one? This is the one that you should get in the store. Like, let me see if you can see that. So it has the logo and then it has the saying on the back. Here's what would happen to me. I'd walk into the store and be like, oh, look, there's one of those shirts. And then this would be mine. It would just be blank. I'd walk up and I'd be like,
you're like, hurry up.
Where's my saying? Yeah. Like, I guess I'm not supposed to do anything today.
So we don't have the samples yet, but, oh my gosh, I forgot that. So Madison's song's doing so well, so I changed one of them to everyone's fighting a battle you know nothing about. It's a good reminder for people. Be kind. Everyone's, because like even the mean guy behind you or whatever, I don't know, in front of you, pay it forward. So there's that one. And then this is a good one. This is the third one. And I have a whole list of other ones I want to do, but like there's an example. I'm not going to go crazy and do like by 2,000 of like 15 different ones. I want to make sure they resonate first, Yeah.
I'm betting on that one. I'm betting on this product. Yeah. Very good.
But, in fact, Nikki, I forgot to tell you, we have to make sure because I want to have like the coffee shop lines or something, like the information printed on here so people know, because they might get it as a gift. They need to know. I forgot about that. Okay. So the other one is, what if everything you're going through is preparing you for what you asked for?
It's so good because in the middle of hard times and conflict, you're like,
similar to what you said.
I feel like I'm doing everything right.
Yeah.
But nothing's going my way.
Right. Or if like Madison with her music, it's hard. That music industry is so hard. And, you get a lot of no's. Like me, when I went to go try to find a sales rep, no. Like if you're resilient, you don't give up. Like I was going through that. Did it prepare me for what I'm doing, So you just gotta keep going if you love what you're doing.
Where do you find all of these messages? Where do you get all this inspiration?
Places. Like, I love that, your phone is your camera now, but like literally everywhere. Like, sometimes, don't you ever see in some small town, the gas station has a marquee, there's that, there's, like, I don't go out looking for them. Like, I'm going to go find sayings. I just stumble upon these sayings. And whether it's a book, whether it's like someone you're following on Instagram, or you're just everywhere, anywhere.
Have you come up with any on your own, just your own life experience? You're sitting there with your morning coffee and thinking, whatever. And then you're like, oh yeah, that, I think a lot of people probably. Yeah.
I don't know if I actually wrote them originally. I'm sure somebody else did, but like, I love, one of my favorites to put on some of our little gifty things is, you make the world a better place just by being in it. Cause I would say that to like all my girls' teachers in the greeting cards, and they was like, oh my God, your card was so nice. So I love saying that on little products, because then the person you're giving it to, whether it's a little vase that says that and you give them fresh cut flowers, it's just like it's so meaningful. It's like a really good greeting card in a product. And then I loved Kindness Matters. Like I wrote that on a million different things, but I'm sure someone else has written it too. So I don't write longer ones, I just don't really have time, but like maybe in a different life I could do that.
Do you journal? Do you write stuff down?
No.
Me neither. But everybody says it's the best thing you could do.
No, I know they do. I really want to write a book about like natural life, and just because the different learning lessons and the different chapters and the different funny stories. And I have a woman here that's she's awesome, Elizabeth. She's loves to write, so she's going to be we talk about it all the time when we write our book. So maybe when I'm a little,
it's time.
I know
you should do it. This is such a great story.
Infrastructure set up.
And then what? Are you going to get your infrastructure set up, and you're going to say, "Oh, but I have to get this next project set up"?
Probably.
There's so much good stuff.
Never stop.
There's so much good stuff. It's such a great story, and it feels like in ways a traditional, but it's a very non-traditional story about the way to build a business around your passion. I don't know that a lot of people could say that.
Yeah. About
being passionate about what they do and getting up every day and loving what you're doing and feeling inspired. And lots of us get up and grind. It's, you kind of have to do it.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of passion.
I don't want people to not like what they do. Madison, her first job out of school was I don't know, she worked in DC and she was in a cubicle, and they're like, oh, we don't really have anything for you to do. You can just kind of research or whatever. And she was miserable. And most mothers would say, you have to stay there for at least a year for your resume. I'm like, you can't stay there. You have to find something you love, So
but that's the best advice, right?
I think it is, but it depends on the kind of parent you are. Other people want, or want that other thing for their kid. And I was also the one at the swim team, take your time, be careful, the mother. And then I was all the other moms want their kids to be in all the hardest classes so they can get in the best colleges. I'm like, you need a good work-life balance. So take the classes that feel right. I was never one to push them. And I don't know if that's good or bad parenting.
I don't know. I mean,
there's a college for everyone, you don't have to go to the best one.
Well, and I mean, to be fair, maybe you don't need to go to college
at all. Exactly.
There's lots of different paths,
especially now. Yeah, you don't.
Yeah,
and I think it matters more like feeling. I don't know, doing what you love, even when you're in school.
Yeah, if you could do that, I mean, I think that's a message here. Is if you can find what you're passionate about and waking up every day loving what you're doing, then that's some level of success, maybe the best success you can find. I don't know.
I think so too. And then inspiring others to find that too, and to know that.
So obviously you're all about this company and this business, and I'm going to say building it, but I don't mean building it like stacking on top of revenues. And I'm building this purposeful brand.
Yeah.
And you just talked about kind of being a leader, being an example. How I know you get involved in the community in other ways. Where do you like to find yourself spending time outside of your core business?
Like I love getting involved in the community, but everything that we've done has happened organically as well. Like there's this woman who I just love her. She started a nonprofit called Fearless because her son had really, really severe OCD. And like she was just her kids were a little bit older than mine. So she was always such a mentor. And one of my children was going through some anxiety and different things. And it's so hard as a parent to navigate that. And you go to your teachers and you're trying to understand what to do and all the different mothers and no one's experiencing what you're experiencing and the resources, you don't know where to turn. And so like one day I just said, I just love everything you do. Can you tell me what you did about this? And, just as a mentor. And then she came back to me like a month later and said, so many people need help. And I want to do something about it. I want to start like this nonprofit where, we can make a difference and not only the parents' lives, but the children's lives out there that are struggling with all this stuff. And so I'm like, oh my God, let's do it. So I'm like, let's call it Fearless, because fearless can also mean, FEAR, face everything and rise, because the way to get through anxiety is like facing it and going through it. Like it's like exposure therapy. But I made all this product and then like 10% of the profit goes back to her organization. So it gives her the money to do all the things she does. And she's so passionate about what she does. And people look up to her. She wins all these awards. And so I love that. And then, one of like I said, Madison got into music really early and she was incredibly gifted as a young child. And I love music too. And I don't play it, but I like to listen to it. So I had like a little concert in front of our house because her guitar teacher wanted to do something like that. And everyone was blown away by Madison's, singing. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe she could sing. And so we were having this thing called Crafternoon. It was once a year where it's like we set up craft stations and we would have live music and we'd have cookouts and all this different fun stuff because I love festivals. So we had that as a way to give back to the community for something that everyone can look forward to. And then it turned into the Natural Life Music Festival. And then it got so big and Madison performed for a while, but then she would not get on the stage at all. So she went through about 7 years of not performing in front of anyone. It's quite a story. And then Leslie is the one that convinced her to go on The Voice. And she had never really been in front of a really big audience before The Voice. She didn't even tell me she applied. And she got on. She was one of the top 100. And I'm like, oh my God. So I didn't think that she would. I didn't know she was that good. So she got on The Voice and she got 3 chairs. Anyway, long story short, I kind of got off on a tangent there. But so music festivals is another thing that we not only do once a year, but then we also have our own. But we also like to sponsor other music festivals because it's like that music industry is tough and these musicians don't get paid a lot at all. And, but they're bringing so much, magic to the world. And, so I like doing that. And it's fun because we can bring our brand there and pop up and enjoy it. So everything that I like to do in my social life is also kind of tied into natural life a little bit. Gotcha. Can't help it. I don't mean to, it's not like this is my business. This is my plan. This is how we're going to do this. It just happens.
Yeah. Well,
I do photo shoots on vacation sometimes.
Is that right?
Yeah. And that sounds terrible. We went to the Telluride Music Festival, Bluegrass Festival to sponsor. Plus it's gorgeous there. I love Colorado. We used to go there when we were little. I was a little girl. So it has a lot of good memories. And then, while we were there, I'm like, oh my God, it's just so pretty here. We should put together a last minute, photo shoot, because you can do those pretty effortlessly. I'm trying to look for a picture. So we did, and we brought a handful of things. I can't find any, but this is our new catalog that we just mailed out. There are some in here, but
from Telluride.
And so there was a local photographer. We had a model fly in from California, 2 models. They stayed at our rental house that we had, and we just had a blast and had these gorgeous pictures. And so our photo shoots are just girls and women enjoying life out in the world, we want our lifestyle. We're a lifestyle brand and we want the pictures to represent just enjoying the little things in life.
Is that something how long have you been doing this now?
I mean, if you start from the very beginning, accidentally starting this company, it's been 30 years, but we didn't have photo shoots when we were wholesale, and we didn't have photo shoots when we would take pictures of the product and put it in a catalog, but not like lifestyle photo. We didn't start doing that until we were more retail and had clothes. So that's only been like 6 years.
Ah. would you say that you're as engaged or more engaged now in terms of
more?
I love doing this.
I know it's kind of weird, but I do. I love it. And I'm probably more now. Sometimes when I step back, because I'm self-aware of it too, and I'm like, okay, should I try to force myself to do something else? Not like for work, but I don't know, I went on one of those health spa hike things, where for a whole week was nothing to do with natural life, nothing to do with shopping, cool inspiration, because they was just 100% hiking and health and healthy eating. So I forced myself to do other things instead of just all.
How did that go?
I mean, it was fun, but I didn't do it again.
Were you thinking about natural life the whole time?
Mm-mm. I'm pretty good at separating myself. Yeah. But if I were, say I was there and then you're driving over here and oh, look, there's a fun farmer's market. I'd want to go there. And if I stumbled upon something fun, of course, I would think of natural life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or signs, restaurant signs, I get inspired by anything.
Gotcha. What about, as you look back across your experience with natural life, is there something that you would say, this is the best thing we've ever done? And is there something you'd say, I wish we hadn't done that?
I mean, I think the best thing, there's a lot, but one big thing that we did, that I kind of did it, and a lot of people didn't want us to do it, is we were getting so saturated in the market when we were wholesale. You would go to a little town and there's 20 stores and half of them would have natural life, because we weren't very good at the time. We grew so fast. We were so popular that we let everybody buy it because we have so many different products. Oh, that store, and that store, that store. The nicest store with the $300 pairs of jeans would love our products. And this store over here, this kind of tchotchke, loves the product. We got oversaturated, and all the big chains were like, Patti, make this, make this. These big chains would come to our headquarters and want me to make product for them. And because our product sold so well in their stores. And I just felt like I was kind of losing the magic a little bit. And so I wanted to get rid of all of our sales reps. It was let them all go, because you have independent sales reps, and then not print a wholesale catalog anymore, and just go to the trade shows. So we had beautiful trade shows that look like this all around the country, permanent trade showrooms where they were. And I just wanted the customers that we had and really limit it and have just the best retailers where they would come and buy the stuff. And that was really gutsy to no longer make a catalog and no longer have any sales reps. And we still grew inside there. And then when COVID hit, I'm like, no, let's switch and just go all retail. Because the clothes, there's not enough margin. Because I like price points that are inclusive for people. I want to make fun things to wear, cute clothes that is more affordable. Mm-hmm. We could have much higher price points like a lot of these other brands, but I wanted it to be affordable and kind of go along with all our other fun treasures that we make. We call our products treasures, because they're things you stumble upon, you didn't even know you were looking for, and you just can't resist them. Mm-hmm. Even the clothes are like treasures, but I wanted them to be affordable. So I can't sell the clothes wholesale. So I really Lucy's here, my dog. I really convinced everybody to let's go for it retail. But thank God Leslie is so smart. She's looking at all the, we do still have a little bit of wholesale. So we don't go to the trade shows anymore. We don't have sales reps. We don't have a catalog. We have a wholesale website, and the stores that have grown with us over the years still buy from us. And it helps because people can discover our brand in their stores. And then that the wholesale profit helps us, pay for growing the retail side of things.
Do you see the future very clearly?
I mean, I definitely have a vision for natural life, and where I think like I want it to reach its full potential, but not where you could hit an iceberg. And there's, I would love to do different things like the experiential store I talked about, like it'd be so cool. And I want to, keep getting better at the infrastructure. I can keep making, everything that we make and more. But, I'm also a little naive, I don't like to listen to the political stuff, like if I did, some people are like, oh, we can't do this because of this law, some election. I don't know. Like, I'm just not very political. And I just, like, if something bad's going to happen to the world, like, I'm going to go down with everybody else, and like, but I'm not going to like, oh man, I wish I wouldn't have done that. I wish I would have done that instead. Mm-hmm. So that part of the vision I don't really see, and then, but personally, like sometimes I wonder, because I'm 61 now, and I often wonder, like, what when I stop, I don't know how old I'll be when I stop working, but I know I don't want to stop anytime soon. Like, I'm not like the kind of person that can't wait to retire, but I'm trying to think about like what I might want to do for fun, like outside of work. But everything I come up with is like kind of touches on work too. But like, fun work. Like I want to, maybe I had an RV for a while, but it was kind of bumpy on the roads. I kind of want another RV, but then I'm thinking, oh yeah, we can go to the music festival, or we can go inspiration shopping. It's all tied, to fun stuff. Cause I love to go inspiration shopping. And I thought, oh, we can maybe someday I can get a little like farm or ranch somewhere in the mountains, North Carolina or something. So I can drive there and then we can have our photo shoots there. I don't know.
Yeah. If I talk to some of the people you work with, or all of the people you work with, how would they describe you?
I think they would definitely say she's passionate. I would think that, and contagious around that, but then some people might say some people might be scared of that a little bit, of like wanting to please me or something. Because I do have high expectations of every role. So they might say that. But they know that I care about them and that I care about their families, and that always comes first. And I want them to love their job, and I want them to be in the right job. Sometimes, you can find yourself in the wrong job. And so I think that they know that we're the kind of company that would, help them grow that way. Mm-hmm. But I'm trying to think what else.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Ask me some more weird questions. Like, didn't you have a list of some really weird ones?
Well, yeah, but you don't care about the Utah-BYU rivalry, do you? I mean, I think that was on the list.
I think one of the things she said was like, because it was an interesting question. I wouldn't have known. It would have been hard to, I don't know. It was like, what were you good at as a kid?
Yeah.
And so
that's a good one.
It was a little bit like, oh gosh, what was I good at? And I even asked my daughter, she's sitting over there. There's Hallie. I think that I was I wasn't like a superstar in school. I wasn't like, I wasn't like an athlete, I think that I was a good observer and I was fast at things. But there was another thing that we talked about, Hallie. I can't remember what it was, but it's a hard question.
What were you good at as a kid?
Yeah. Like, I wonder if everyone else,
what did you love? What did you love as a kid? I mean, I just wanted to be outside all day long. And I love being like, if there was some sport or something happening, then that's what I wanted to go to.
I loved it when there was a block party, or I was at, I loved it when there was community. That's so funny that just came out. Like, I loved it when everybody got together. And I think when my kids were little, I was the one organizing the block party and, the Halloween, gathering on the yard and stuff like that. I wasn't like a sports person. And we have I'm from Kansas City. We were like lower middle class family, it was nothing fancy. Like that's where, you're outside enjoying the little things, No,
I think that's interesting. Is there something you wanted to be when you were a kid? Did you think...
I wanted to be a gymnast, but I was so tall. I loved...
You don't have a... Yeah.
I loved gymnastics. Oh my God.
Did you compete?
I was good at acrobats, at a young age, but then I just kept growing and growing and growing. I looked like, I was this tall when I was like in middle school. So I was not very good at it, but I loved that. And
Is that like 5'10"?
I'm 5'9"-ish. Yeah.
Yeah. That's tall for a
Yeah.
gymnast. But
Yeah.
why gymnastics?
I don't know. Just like, I just was this little shy girl. That's what I thought. Ogle Corbett was really popular then. So maybe it had something to do with that.
Yeah.
And then like, I remember the first time I got brave enough to try out for cheerleading, because like cheerleading was kind of cool. And I got the lowest team. It was the C team. And I was like, oh my God. And there was only like 3 people on the C team. Like, it's like that thing that you said earlier that like, I don't know, when you have hard times, like makes you resilient. And I remember, it was just awful. And I was horrified. And all the other girls in the neighborhood that I played with all got on the good, the big high team. But then the next year, and I stayed on it. I did the right thing. I stayed on it, even though I was like, but I was so resilient. I wasn't even that embarrassed. I was just in my own little world, which I think is a gift. It wasn't like I'm crying and I didn't make it. But then the next year, I was really like, when you're a girl, you go through these different stages. I was in such an awkward stage when I got on the C team. But then the next year, I made the A team.
Whoa.
And it was just like, everyone was just shocked. My mom and my sister. And I was like, oh. So that was kind of fun. It's funny. Why am I talking about that? This is a therapy session.
This is. Is there something, I mean, this one might not align with you, but if you could do anything else and be successful, what would you do?
I mean, I used to want to be like a veterinarian or like some kind of a, someone that's helping animals or people.
Would that be as fulfilling as what you're doing?
So
do you?
I don't think so, because I can enjoy the little things that, it's like with what I'm doing, but I also love games. Like I love puzzles. So I love the challenging part of business. I mean, business is a game too, the game of business. So I do love all that, I guess. Well, and then remember how earlier I said that I had the seeds. I wanted to go out and everyone else was like, I don't know, probably practicing cheerleading. And I was selling
making
seeds.
the A team.
I was, I was selling seeds. So and then the boxer shorts in college.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what I would do. It's a tough one. Like I know if I don't want to retire, because what would I do? But I try to ask myself. I try to ask myself, maybe you should force yourself to think about something else to do.
But you can't think of anything.
No.
I can't either. I don't know what retirement would look like. I still have several years, but I mean, we both have several years.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. I think it would be boring.
Yeah.
But
I do want someone to tell me when I'm in the company's way. I'm hyper aware and focused on, I want to make sure that I never get in the company's way.
Does anyone ever tell you that? Okay. Do people give you critical feedback?
I mean, sometimes, sometimes, we'll be debating about different things, and, it's just easier. We need to hire this person to do this, but it's easier said than done. And I'm scared, sometimes to hire people from the outside because of what can happen, and it's like these big hire people don't always know better. So I'd rather keep it small and grow the people that are here, and we can learn what we need to learn. So that's my new takeaway. Let's grow 15% less instead of 15% more. I'd rather do that
and develop talent inside.
Yeah. Because the people here that are growing, and they're so passionate about what they do, and they love it here, and they're they deserve it.
It's a big debate about developing talent inside or going outside to find the A player. And I don't always know that that's the best.
I don't think it is
option.
either. I don't either. Say okay, we don't know this part of this, we've gotten to the size where we need to learn this. Let's have a consultant come in and teach us. And then maybe that consultant ends up loving the brand. And then I can see that's a good way to hire somebody,
Sure.
You want them to fit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Is there someone, I know you talk about your mom a lot and her inspiration. Is there any other figure in your life that you would consider someone who's been inspirational, or someone that you really admire?
I think that I'm lucky in that both my mom and my dad, you know, they were very passionate about their work. My dad's all business. He's been in the home real estate, mostly home building and like community building, where he works with builders in different communities in Kansas City. And he just loved his work, and he can talk your ear off about it, and he's such a smart businessman, and he grew it from nothing, you know, just from people loving him and like being good at it. So that was a really good role model. And then my mom's is more like accidentally building a company. So me having, you know, kind of the combination of their skill sets kind of helped Natural Life get where we are, bigger than my mom. Because my mom had a company while I was growing up, and but she was just cards. There weren't even computers back then. You know, she was making cards and making different things in the basement. Mm-hmm. But it got to be pretty big. You know, she would have all of her friends come over from the neighborhood, and I would come home from college and put the cards with the envelopes in the little package and get 10 cents a piece or whatever. I mean, make enough to go out or whatever.
Yeah.
So just, I guess, growing up with both of them, I think is the answer.
All of these experiences kind of leading you to where you,
it's so true.
Where you are today. Okay. If you could talk to have you ever played this game? If you could have
like a
dinner party, who would you invite?
Someone out there. I used to say Seth Godin, but like, I love all the inspirational marketing-y, you know, just like people who are real brandy, like, like getting into the psychology of like a brand, and like, it's so interesting. And like, I feel like we've grown Natural Life that way, and I get it. I understand why, and our customers get it. But then like, you also have to know the other part of the business, like digital marketing and all that stuff. You have to when you're 100% online. So I love that. I'm trying to think of who else. Like, I don't spend a lot of time, you know, like I love Mel Robbins. Like, she's so motivational. Like, I love her. I advertised on her podcast at one time because I love her so much. Yeah. So she did a little commercial on the Natural Life stuff, but she has such a good message. That was before, when she was so small, and she's really grown a lot.
Did that work? How did that work?
That's an example of me. Like, I just love her and I just want to do it. And I heard somewhere at some conference that, that said, oh yeah, you should try this, try that. And it's impossible to measure. You know, it's not like we gave a coupon code or anything like that. So it's kind of like a billboard. And I don't think it did anything, but I'm glad we did it, because it was just fun to be part of her world for a little while.
When you think about the brand that you've created, how difficult do you find it to align with stars or personalities, and the effect that might have on your...
I think it's difficult. Like, I have no interest in trying to find someone famous to, you know, like Natural Life,
the
talk about it. Yeah, no, I hate influencer stuff. Like, I'm not going to, you know, there's enough out there that just love the product on their own, and they're talking about it all on their own. Like, this one girl, Katie Feeney, like, loved Natural Life when she was in college. She's huge now. And so she would just love the product and just talk about it in front of her camera, like when it was Vine, and then it turned into TikTok or whatever. And we would say, what the heck? Why are we selling all these surprise balls? And we'd find out it was her. So, but it was real and authentic. Like, if you were to hire someone and pay them, I'll pay you like this much money to talk about this product, it doesn't work. And we tried it a couple times just because we felt like, oh, everyone else is doing it, but we don't need it. And like, it'd be different if, you know, if it was like the perfect match or something, but like, yeah, I don't really like that stuff.
How do you keep yourself well educated in your space?
That's a good question. That's one of our core values, is to be passionate about learning. Like, I like listening to podcasts. I like going to conferences and talking to the different, you know, software people that we're partnering with, you know, for different, you know, products. I love, not products, but just technology. I love all the Shopify. We're on Shopify, and it's like really simplified that whole like way of doing business. We used to have Magento, which is a very complicated website, and like I couldn't understand it. But with Shopify, it's more understandable, and you can, and they have all these apps, and all the apps do different things. And like, I find that sometimes the more expensive, fancy, technology is not always better. So we've learned the hard way in that particular case. So I like learning that way. I like learning the hard way where you make mistakes, but then really unpacking what did we do that we should, and what would the hindsight be? What we wish we would have done. I love talking to other people who have companies, and I always inspire our employees to try to network with other people who do what we do, and try not to be not to do it with competitors, so that they don't feel like we're not going to tell you, there's enough like retailers out there to do that. And that's the best way to learn, from different people. That's how I learned about Figma. My friend who has another company, she's like, oh my God, I had this consultant, they were going to teach me this, and this, and everything was terrible, but we love this software. So she got at least something from it. And then she shared that with me. And she's always asking me, like, what do you do with this? And it's a good way to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If someone is thinking about starting a brand, running a business, making a change, you've had all of those. Yeah, you've had all of those.
Do it. Is that it? Just start. You're not going to be ready, and you can't wait till you're ready. You just got to start doing it. You just do it, and then you'll figure it out along the way. I was lucky in that I had, that little that money that I got from Hallmark when I was vested, so I got a little, some money to do that. And I had just gotten married, so I didn't have to pay the bills. So I feel very, very, very fortunate about having that little break to do it. But then, I think another thing I guess I would say is you don't have to start big, start small and make sure whatever you have, like these t-shirts, I'm not going to make 15 of them at once. I want to make sure that they sell, this idea that I had. So when I first started Natural Life, I went to a little maker's market. I set up a little tiny little circle card table or whatever it was, and had 40 of my little products there. It was over the Christmas holidays, right down the street, and within 2 hours, all of it had sold out. And one of the women that bought one was the store, and I didn't know it. But the next day, she called and said, "Will you make me some more for my store?" And so that's how it started. So if I didn't, what if I didn't go there, and what if the product wasn't popular? Then you could get in trouble. Sure. So just test it somehow, and it could be whatever your company is. If it was something that you're making, just go to a little maker's market or whatever, and make farmer's market, make sure it sells, do Etsy, whatever it is.
Yeah. Well, it's an amazing company.
Thank you.
And it's an amazing story.
Thank you.
And I wish I could say everybody could do what you could do, but you're unique. You have this unique set of talents, and you've really, I think you've just, we talk about alignment a lot. I think you've found that alignment. That's difficult for people to do.
There's so many different ways a company can be built. I used to think that there was this rule book and that I had to do it right. But gosh, I've learned that every company's so different, and there's no right or wrong way. And, everyone has to just go try it. It's worth trying if you want to.
Well, your story, I love your story. It resonates with not just finding your passion, but following it.
Yeah.
And you don't necessarily have to follow whatever the business rule book is.
And sometimes on the way to a dream, you get lost and you find a better one.
Wait, is that one of your sayings?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, that's a good one. I was going to say, you should use that.
No, I love that one. I used to have it on a bunch of stuff, but it's so true. I told the girls all the time, take that job, or you think you want to be Madison, you think you want to be a musician, try it sometimes. But if I know what it was, she was a videographer. She went to school, to learn. Oh, because she wouldn't let herself perform. She was too scared or whatever. But so she thought that that's what she was going to do. But anyway, no matter what you're doing, sometimes on the way to a dream, you get lost and find a better one. I didn't move here to start Natural Life. I moved here because I was getting promoted with Hallmark cards, and I was so proud of that. But then I got lost and found a better dream.
Oh, it's amazing. It's a great story. I really have enjoyed talking to you. I hope you'll come out to Salt Lake sometime.
For sure. I can't wait to.
And visit us. Maybe we could
love to.
We could do a photo shoot somewhere.
Yes, I think that's a good idea.
Right.
You can help me find a really good place to rent, a house to rent.
Or maybe so many good places.
God, there used to be a trade show. I used to go there, that outdoor retailer show.
Yeah.
Is that still there?
No, it moved to Colorado.
Oh.
Boo.
Yeah.
But there are some amazing places. If you love Colorado, you'll love Utah.
Yes.
There's amazing places.
Yeah. They have good coffee shops, I bet.
Up in the canyons. There's a few around. Isn't that the best find, though?
Mm-hmm. A good coffee shop. I love discovering a little town or something.
Yes.
Like you're on a road trip and you stop in a cute little town and there's a coffee shop and everything's so cute and it tastes so good and there's fall leaves on the ground.
And pastry.
And pastries. Cinnamon rolls.
Don't forget the pastry.
I'm so glad you like pastries. You guys brought them. Hallie, they brought Sonati's. I thought we got it for them. And I'm like, oh, look, you guys, we have, since you're here, we have all this.
They thoughtful of Natural Life to bring us pastries.
But it's like you knew that I wanted that. Like, in fact, I have to finish eating some of them.
Me too. I felt like I just leaned in. I thought we connected that way.
Yeah.
That was our connection.
Did you know?
I like those. You know, the Italians have a phrase. It's noi connettiamo sul cibo, which means we connect over food. I need to change that to pastry. We connect over pastry.
And you like coffee too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Like we were just in Nashville. It was so fun going to a bunch of coffee shops. In fact, Hallie started a TikTok where she's rating all these different coffee shops. And sometimes they're not very good, but it's pretty entertaining.
It sure is. Yeah, I love a good shop. So we'll have you come out to Utah. We'll take you around a little bit. And
love it. Photo shoot.
Continued success. Keep down the same path. I don't know. You're just like...
Thank you.
I love the story. I love how you've built this and the messages and that you keep staying right and you're staying true to whatever that passion is.
Yeah.
I hope... Lots more people can find that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I hope I inspire a lot of people. And I love what you are doing. This is so cool. Like, I'm so impressed with you guys. And, like, you're making the world a better place. Thank you.
Oh, that's nice. I hope so.
Yeah.
Well, I think we just love this, too. So, well, I do anyway. We'll talk later with these guys.
Where should we go next? I'd love that you guys came here. It's going to open up. Hopefully, you guys like to travel.
Yes.
Everyone's going to say yes if you come to them.
Yeah. This was our test ground, and
I hope it worked.
I think we nailed it.
Yeah.
Patti, thank you so much.
It's
been so fascinating.
It's been so fun.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you for listening to the Know Your Ship podcast presented by eHub. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review.